In this great project, lettering, you're going to be incorporating your own drawing as well as learning some digital techniques in Illustrator. I'm really excited by this project. And as you can see, here is an example of a finished work. We're going to be taking our lettering and digitizing it, as well as creating a nice graphic logo with our initials at the bottom. So let's get started with our initials on the bottom. You'll be working on your sketch in the back on the days that you're not on the computer. Here we can see some examples of simple logos or logotypes, a circle with an initial inside. We're going to start with the top one and get the basics down. This also is going to involve repetition, just like the homework that you completed last week. So go ahead in your Illustrator and go File New. We'll call this your name, and we'll call it Logo Type, and we'll hit OK. The first thing that we need to do is look over at our tools, and we're going to be looking at the Shapes tool. In the Shapes tool, if you click and hold your mouse, you'll see a rectangle, rounded rectangle, ellipse, polygon, star, and flare. Well, we're going to go to the Ellipse tool. If I was just to click and draw, I'm not going to get a perfect circle. I'm going to get really what an ellipse is. So to get a perfect circle in Illustrator, you're going to hold down your Shift key, and then you will click on the mouse and drag. And we'll make a nice large circle. Once again, hold down your Shift key as you drag to get a nice complete circle. Next, we can just click on our keyboard V to get to our Select tool. V to get to our Select tool. Now that we have our circle, we need to color it black. The way that we will do that is at the top with your circle selected. The first two items on our dock at the top are colors. The first one is the fill, which will make black. The second one is the stroke, the line around it, and we'll also make that black. Now we have our circle. Next, we're going to be working on our initials. We'll do them as separate letters. W, and for me, C. Again, we don't want to stretch our W. See how you cannot read it when you stretch it? So we do the same technique. Holding down the Shift key, which is a constraint, will keep your proportions the same. So now we have a W. Let's practice that on the C, holding down your Shift key and dragging. Now currently I'm using uppercase, but you can always go up to your type, change case to lowercase. I'm going to change mine to a lowercase under type, change case to lowercase. So one of the ideas is it going to be upper or lower, and that is up to you to decide. With my name, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Now we need to move our WC into our circle, but if we do that, we won't see it. So we're going to double click our WC, and we need to change the colors to white. So we're going to go back up to the dock at the top, and again in the same spot we're going to choose the white. Not the line with the red, which means no color. We're going to go to white, and we'll just move it in. Now these two are separate letters, and we did that so that we could really decide how much spacing we would like between the letters. Do we want them touching? Once you have a good placement of your letters, we need to select both of them. Hold down your Shift key and click on the two letters. Again, holding down the Shift key allows you to select multiple objects. Then we're going to go to Objects and Group, or you can go Control G. Again, selecting both of them with your Shift key, and then Control G. Now that they're grouped, when you click on them, they'll move together. And we'll just do some center alignment. And we'll do a horizontal center alignment. And now our WC is in the center. Our next task is to get two more on either side so that we can create a pattern or a repetition. One of the great ways to copy is holding down your Alt key and dragging out. Next, we will hold our Shift key and drag from the center. And then we can hold our Alt key and drag to the other side. Let's select everything and let's center and bring it into our document. And there you have your design, where we're repeating our logo type with our initials inside. This is very simple, but a logo type that is clear and has readability has the power to communicate. And by repeating, we increase our message. We'll be using this logo type in our project later on. In our next video, I'll show you how to give a circle more of a seal effect. And then later on, we'll learn how to put our name around in a circle.